Hi Aries. Hopefully this video doesn't skip and the voice and the audio sync up. Libra season's like messing with me big time with technology, and it doesn't matter what I do, get new equipment. I've gotten a lot of advice from a lot of different people, and I understand and thank you so much for all of your advice, but it is what it is. So we're gonna just keep going. We're going to talk about the Venus retrograde in Scorpio. Instead of just making this like the rest of October, we're going to do the energies for Venus retrograde, which span from October 5th to November 18th, when it goes direct in Libra. So it'll be in Scorpio retrograde, it'll go back into Libra, and then November 18th, it'll go direct in Libra, go through Libra again, then go through Scorpio again. It won't get to Sagittarius until January. So Venus is not comfortable in retrograde. She's also not comfortable in Scorpio. Nothing against Scorpios. That's just the way that it is. She's not comfortable in a lot of signs, and Scorpio is one of them. Several signs, not a lot, but several. I didn't do your reading before Taurus yesterday because there was a Mars-Venus square yesterday, and I had to navigate that energy using the Venus side. So I did Taurus yesterday. My Mars is my leading planet in my birth chart, so that energy hits me really, really hard, and I kind of had to process it and, you know, get through the emotional square off with Venus retrograde, with Venus who's extremely uncomfortable right now. There was like this battle, right? And if I were to have tapped into your energy yesterday, I probably would have flown off the handle and said some things that I regretted, because there's a lot of emotional stuff coming up, and there's a lot of stuff that we're having to reevaluate, and that's what this retrograde period is going to do. It's going to teach us lessons about things from the past coming back in, and how to navigate that and what to do with it. So let's get an overall energy for you guys. I'm kind of looking a little rugged this morning. It's interesting. It's like I wanted to be as toned down as possible for you guys. My hair is a disaster though, so don't look at my hair. Let's just look at the cards. Days like today, I kind of wish that I just did like the cards on the table. So you guys got 2 cards. Yay! Awesome. So we have the Sun, which is called Shine in this deck. This is all about healing, prosperity, good stuff coming in, and it looks like you guys are finding stability during this time, joy and stability. Or this is what you're searching for. This is what you're wanting. This is the lesson that you need to learn in order to get this joy and stability. There's healing that needs to be involved. You need to be able to open up your eyes and see clearly. And, you know, it's Libra season right now still. It is the 11th. Yeah, it's the 11th. Look at the days are just kind of mushing together for me. It is still Libra season, which is just opposite your sign. And Libra's not the easiest energy to get through when they are faced with chaos and faced with aggressiveness, you know. If Libras have been wronged in some way, and they have been, it's hard for them to balance out the scales, and they kind of bring that into their season. It's not as tough as Virgo season was, not as tough as Leo season, speaking of Virgos. Not as tough as Leo season either. So we have the Hermit. That Virgo energy, man, it's hanging on too. It really is hanging on through Libra season. It's almost like, Libra is really, really wanting to extend that Virgo season and not have to deal with balancing out their scales. A little bit about the energy that's across from you. And why am I talking about that? Because you guys can tap into that energy at any time. Libras during this season are learning how to speak their mind. You know, a lot of people say that Libras are wishy-washy. I'm a Libra rising, so I kind of take offense to that. No, I'm just kidding. They do have a hard time making decisions, but it's all because they want to remain calm. They want to keep the peace. They are justice, right? They want to make sure that everybody is taken care of, you know, like, for example, I was married to a Libra, and with my Libra rising and his Libra sun, we swept a lot of problems under the rug, and when it was time for it to come out, it would explode, because it was always shoved, shoved, shoved. And right now, Libras are recognizing that their season is not going to allow them to shove things down anymore with this Venus retrograde in Scorpio. So, if you feel like hiding, I feel like the reason why you're doing it, you guys are really kind of going within right now, to me. The Empress is here with the Ace of Swords, and I think that you guys are recognizing what your truth is and the value of who you are. And I think that I think that you guys are like in quiet mode, like you're taking that Libra energy and not necessarily sweeping things under the rug, but you're like, you know what? I kind of need to recalibrate right now. So I'm going to make like a hermit and keep my mouth shut. Right? And then we have the High Priestess. And that's interesting because the High Priestess is Pisces, and that's directly across from Virgo, which is also your 12th house. Pisces is the 12th house, right? But I think that you guys are really like stepping into your truth, and I think that it's time for you to do that in a very interesting, very quiet, very non-Aries like way. You know, because you want to have this healing. You're like, I'm tired. See, yeah, exactly. I'm tired of the long, heavy haul of the 10 of Wands. I'm tired of having to carry this heavy load all the time. And I want my Ace of Pentacles. I want to have that stability. I want to have that longevity. I want to have that gift. So far you have 2 aces here. And we all know that aces are gifts from the universe. I feel like you're recognizing with this energy that if you come out and you speak your truth in not such a calm way, that it could possibly put more burdens on you. And that's what you're trying to avoid. You know, you are getting quiet and going within because you know the direction that you want to go, but you got to figure out how to get there. And I think that we talked about this in the beginning of, lots of major arcanas, Aries. Lots of major arcanas. This is a very healing time. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Virgo, but there's this heal, and it's funny because Taurus even got this. There's this healing aspect to what's happening with you right now. And this could be a trusted friend. It could be an advisor. It could be a love interest. It could be anybody in your life. But it seems to me that you might have a guardian angel on your side, just looking out for you. I mean, if you look at that, that's like the feeling that I got yesterday when this fell out for Taurus. It's like there is this person that's kind of like wrapping their energy around you and saying, it's going to be okay. And if we need to do this in quiet and not let the whole world know what the plans are or where we're going, then let's do it that way. The Empress, this is all about you becoming who you are. The Empress is about mastering yourself, right? It represents Libra. It's ruled by Venus. The Empress is ruled by Venus. So Taurus and Libra. But you have to do this because the Three of Swords is saying you can no longer sit in pain and agony because the Three of Swords will make you stagnant. The Three of Swords is why you need to heal. The Three of Swords is why you need to come in. And this is why I couldn't do this yesterday. Because that Mars energy would have, like tapping into your energy, I would have wanted to explode. And instead of doing that, I want to tell you guys to do what I did and take a step back with this Mars, Venus, you know, like everything that's happening right now. It's time to recognize your truth and know that you can't sit in the Three of Swords, because what other people do to you is of no consequence anymore. You cannot control how other people react to you. I don't care who they are. I don't care if it's a love. I don't care if it's your family. I don't care if it's a friend. You can't control how they react to you, but you can control how you react to them. And when you're recognizing your truth and standing in it, and you're saying, I'm not going to allow myself to be heartbroken anymore. I'm not going to allow myself to go down a path that is not my truth because I want to make somebody else feel better, or life is just easier not making waves, right? The Ace of Swords isn't going to let you do that anymore, but you're doing it in a quieter manner. You are really going within, and that's what this season is trying to teach you. So, see? The King of Wands, very confident. There you are, standing your ground, speaking your truth. And it doesn't matter what gender you are. The King of Wands is the King of Wands, right? It doesn't matter. We all have the divine masculine and the divine feminine within us. This is a general reading. I felt like I needed to tell somebody that because they'll be like, but I'm a female. It's okay. You can still have that male, plus Aries is Mars. Mars is male dominant. That's just the way that it is. Whether you're a female or not, Mars is male dominant. So, let's see what the High Priestess is. I feel like it's time for you guys to really listen to your intuition, because you know what you want to get. You know what you want to get. In your silence, try not to overindulge in things with the Nine of Cups. Yes, this can be the wish card. But I also feel like there might be a tendency for you to want to escape reality when things get too hard, and it can be in anything, shopping or eating or drinking or, whatever you want to partake in. I mean, personally, and I even told Taurus this yesterday, because you guys have a lot of the similar energies. It's just dealing with different situations. But I told Taurus yesterday, I may or may not like to binge watch Netflix and eat an entire pie when I want to escape reality and not feel my feelings, right? But they're still there. The feelings are still there. Just try not to overindulge in ways that are going to harm you and you will be regretful about later. The Ten of Wands, yes, this is such a hard journey that you guys have been on. A journey of self-discovery, a journey of where is my place in this world? You guys are the I am. And you're not comfortable if you don't know who you are. You're not comfortable if you don't know where you're going or what you're doing. And now that you are taking some much needed time to figure that out, I feel like at the end of the journey, it will be much sweeter with the Knight of Cups. And this could be somebody offering some love to you, love and affection to you, or it could be you offering love and affection to somebody else. Either way, it's been a very long road to get there. And for me, the Knight of Cups is very innocent. It's a very innocent offer. It's not something to take lightly, but at the same time, it's like almost timid in a very shy kind of way. Like, I feel like you guys have been searching for just the right words or just the right way to say things or just the right way of going about something. But you don't want to do it in an overpowering way. So it's confusing for you. Because for Aries, you guys are very straightforward and out there, and you don't, I mean, not throwing any shade at you guys, but a lot of times you'll act before you think, right? Like, and this time it really seems like because the road has been so long and you don't want to get back into this heartache, there's some kind of proposal or apology or acceptance or guidance or something that you really want to get to in your life, whether it be with another fire sign, could be a Taurus or a Libra, a Sagittarius, a Virgo, a Pisces. And it doesn't even really matter who it's with. If it's not one of those signs, it's somebody else. The whole point is you don't want to be facing the Five of Pentacles. And that's why you guys are doing more of a planning effect than just speaking before thinking, right? And I mean, again, I'm not throwing shade at you. That's just how you guys are. That's just who you are. And it's very brave, and it's very, you know, I wish I could be like more, feel better about being more of that kind of brave person of just like jumping right off the cliff and saying what I need to say and then not feeling bad about it later because I spoke my truth, and that's all there is to it. But the fact that you guys are kind of taking a step back during this Venus retrograde and looking at everything, it's because you don't want to go through that cycle again. You don't want to have that lack mentality, that Five of Pentacles mentality. You're moving towards something much more stable, much more grounded, much more healing, right? Much happier in your life. And if you are in an environment where it's not supportive of that, of, listen, this is where I want to go. This is what I want to do. This is where my soul's calling me. You're not going to stay in it anymore. I don't feel like you guys are going to stay in it anymore. See what I mean? The Emperor is the first card at the bottom of the deck. You are being the Emperor. Then we have the King of Swords, the Four of Swords. There's that Virgo or Taurus, the Queen of Pentacles. The healing power of the Sun again. The Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Magician, and the Knight of Pentacles. This is what I mean by being more diplomatic than forceful, right? Because you're taking your Aries energy, which is very commanding and very Emperor-like. We have the Emperor and the Empress here. Very Emperor-like, but you're using Libra season with the King of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign that has kind of pulled back from you as well, and you're really recognizing that. But they're in a healing process right now, and I almost feel like this air sign has a tendency to do this to you a lot, over and over and over again. Could be an air sign or an earth sign that's doing it to you as well, because we do have the Queen of Pentacles also. But I feel like you're taking the Libra energy of the King of Swords, diplomacy, and you're taking a step back and you're thinking before you're speaking. And that's different for you, so you might feel a little bit uncomfortable within it. But you're feeling so much that it's okay to be strong and soft at the same time, Aries. It's okay to be able to love and to wait for that true love and to heal yourself. Earth sign, air sign, someone is taking a time out. And it's needed. It's necessary. I think that they're trying to figure out what their path is as well. And I think the healing process is going to serve both of you, even if it takes a while for it to get here and get done and get going. Again, there's always that sweetness, because I know that you feel this connection. I know that you feel this love. I know that what you're manifesting is something, and you want it to happen much faster than the Knight of Pentacles. With the Magician and the Knight of Pentacles, you want it to happen much faster. And when it's slow like this, it's very, very confusing. Just make sure that you're not falling backwards by giving too much of yourself and recognizing that you're not getting enough in return with the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. You want to keep forging ahead. Nine of Wands. Don't deceive yourself. Five of Swords, that you're not on your path, because you truly are on your path with the Star and the Queen of Cups. I think your intuition is really, really on point right now. And the caring and nurturing and opening up to people in a very, very big way is, again, kind of different for you. Because you want to be seen as that strong person that can handle anything. And like, nope, I'll take care of all of it and I'll get this, you know, but you've got this soft spot. And it's because you've been hurt so many times before. And you're recognizing that. And now you're also recognizing that you don't have to focus on just one thing and go and grab it. You can focus on the big picture and see all of these opportunities coming to you at the same time, and you can fight for it. Don't deceive yourself that you're not going to get it. So, I mean, I could name all the signs that are here, but I'm not going to, because that would take forever. It doesn't matter what sign they are. If there's a person in your life that has pulled back, or if there's a person in your life that you really want to speak a truth to, you're taking the time this month. And that's the energy, is for you to kind of like slow down and process and take the time to open yourself up in a much more diplomatic way that you're just not used to. But this season is calling you to do that. Towards November, things get a lot sweeter. Like I've said a couple of times, things get a lot sweeter in the beginning of November. As this transit, this Venus retrograde transit, comes to an end, the beginning to the middle of November. Yes, the slowness might be a little confusing for you, but it's okay. Just keep taking things step by step. The Knight of Pentacles is a still forward-moving direction. Even if things don't work out exactly the way that you want to, you are still on your path. You're still on your path. And feel through it. Use all of this energy to really feel through it and not just act upon it. You know? All right, Aries. The soulmate readings by sign are available. If you want to check the description box below this video, you can get them on Vimeo, or you can go to my website and order it there. Or, oh yeah, and all of my services, reading services, Reiki healing services, all of that, they're on my website, fearlessintuition.net. I love you guys so much. I will see you in November. Have a wonderful, wonderful Halloween and a wonderful October.